This is the first of two videos about my trip to Poland. We started by Warsaw, where we stayed at the Marriott Hotel. The hotel is well located, it has several means of transport available, and is right in front of the Palace of Culture and Science. This was once the highest building in Poland, and nowadays it has cafes, theaters, cinemas, and also a tourism office. One of the places worth visiting is the Poland Museum of the History of Polish Jews that is located on the site of the former Warsaw Ghetto. And to avoid lines, I advise you to buy your ticket online. The architecture is very impressive, and at the lowest level in the basement of the building, there's a permanent exhibition about the history of the Jews from Middle Ages to modern times. This is a very interesting perspective because it doesn't only tell the story of the Jews during the Second World War, but it tells the story of the 1,000 years of the history of the Jews in Poland. Warsaw has ancient and modern features, but is also a city for people who love culture. Besides the Poland Museum, you can also visit the Chopin Museum and the one dedicated to Marie Curie. Just like many European cities, Warsaw was destroyed during the Second World War and was rebuilt according to its original features. The historic center of Warsaw was declared a World Heritage Center by UNESCO. In the old city, we can visit the Barbican Tower, the Royal Palace, or the main square. And do not forget that the currency in Poland is not the euro, but the zloty. It is worth taking some time to walk around the city, either by day or in the evening, and who knows, you can be lucky enough to listen to an Ed Sheeran concert. We took the train to go to Krakow and to do a round trip to Lublin. It took about 2 hours from Warsaw to Lublin, and it cost 14 euros about it. Our one-way trip to Krakow was a bit more expensive. It was about 23 euros. We went to Lublin specifically to visit the Majdanek concentration camp, and this is the subject of my second video. We were able to walk around a bit in the city, a very small city. We went to Lublin Castle and also to its cathedral. We then spent 4 nights in Krakow at the Kubus Hotel, a 4-star hotel located by the river. The hotel had a boat available for hotel guests, so instead of taking taxis, trams or buses, we always went to the city center and to the old city by boat. We visited the Oskar Schindler's factory. I advise you to buy tickets online. We didn't do that, so we have to wait in line for about 1 hour and a half to get our tickets. I confess I was a bit disappointed with this. I had high expectations. The offices were very well preserved, however, the factory itself had nothing left of the original site. So the entire factory was converted into museum rooms. So I was a bit disappointed. I couldn't see how people worked in the factory by then. Krakow was once the capital of Poland, and today it is known for the medieval center and also for the Jewish quarter that is very well preserved. Unlike Warsaw, Krakow was not destroyed during the Second World War. In the main square, you can find the Cloth Hall, which is a market from the Renaissance era, and there you can buy many souvenirs. The royal castle in Warsaw is now a museum, and it was the official residence of several monarchs. Again, you should buy your tickets in advance. You can see the royal apartments and the throne room, and the dragon's den. Our hotel was 2 minutes away from the Ghetto Hero Square, which was the place where the Jews were gathered before going to the concentration camps. I had a friend living in Krakow, so we got to see another side of the city in the evening. She took us for a drink, and one of the places was an old synagogue that is today a bar, similar to what the British did with some churches. This came as a surprise for me because this is in the Jewish quarter, and there during the evening many places open with different decorations that remind us of different epochs and different stories. But it's worth going there, so if you ever find time in the evening, please just go to the Jewish quarter and look for these places. So this is the end of part 1. On the second part of the video, I will be talking about the concentration camps that I visited in my trip to Poland.